Hello, it's Andrew, and this is the 29th of December, 2022. Currently 12:47 p.m. a.m. Sorry. I started this recording on the 28th of December, 2022, around 11:30 or so. I can't get sleep at the current moment, so I figured collecting my thoughts in some sort of haphazard kind of vlog would suffice in a sedative for my brain. I put in quite a long day at work today. I have a job now. I'm employed, which I'm super stoked about. I love it. It's given me the freedom that Safeway didn't, and it's a lot less stressful. I don't have to deal with certain customers, and it's a lot nicer. I do miss the people from Safeway, of course. I've made friends where I was. And then I am working a lot less with people in general. I don't have coworkers much. It's usually just me. So to get my thoughts in order is nice, since it's like a big record with a giant scratch in it that keeps going back and back over and over and over again with certain situations and events in my life recently. So to be able to put them out in the cosmos and get rid of them out of my head is a very tempting thought, which I'm partaking in. I recently went to a friend's house and overstayed my welcome a little bit. I'll be honest, quite a bit. And in a moment of frustration, I'll be fair, he exclaimed that I don't take things seriously. The actual wording is lost to me. That might be what he said. The gist of it is that I don't take things seriously. I joke around too much with serious topics with my life personally. I mean, there's a difference between dark humor and it is a subject of dark humor, but when it becomes a subject matter that has happened before, that you joke about and make that person feel like you're not doing well, is a whole nother ball game. I'm realizing my methods on dealing with my own problems are not good. They're better than what they were, but I'm still tending to joke around with subjects that I probably shouldn't. And I'm grappling with the material I've gathered over what feels like decades. Realistically, it's only been 6 years. But for a 20-year-old, that's quite a bit. That's another thing. I'm 20 years old, turning 21. And it's interesting. I've always been described as an old soul, a person that would fit in right within the great old kind of stylings and vintage kind of aesthetic. I prefer the sounds of older music. I enjoy, albeit archaic, but old style processes that, mind you, have been completely streamlined in modern aspects. I still prefer the obsolete in most cases. Not for nostalgia, not for anything, but I just prefer that style of doing things. For instance, a company vehicle of ours has old style of turn signal that actually you can feel it and hear it physically click, which I love. I love hearing that noise. It reminds me of being in my family's old car. I don't even remember what it was, but I love that turn signal click. And it's a little oddity, I know, but it's something that I adore. And I hope my next personal vehicle actually has that. Regardless, it's something that I have been known to be. So when I sit here and think about how old I am and everything, I used to think back in the day when I was younger that I want to speed things up. I want to be, quote unquote, an adult faster. I want to be in that respected age group. I want to be, older. I want to have that experience, the wisdom, and all the benefits that come with it. I want to have that backing of, what you would figure your family would have. And I didn't care about being younger because it's not something that I was thinking about. My mind was on what am I going to do with my life? What are my plans? I distracted myself with video games quite a bit, and I still do momentarily when I find my own clarity to do it. It's brought a certain career path to my forefront recently. And I'm not sure what I want to do. Right now I'm a delivery driver and janitor, which I love doing. I've had experience in it before. It's perfect for a personality like me. I'm able to get along with people. And it's also nice to be on my own sometimes. I can't honestly say if I prefer either or, working with a crew or working with just one person, or being just alone. They all have their own cons and pros. Forgive my pauses in this video. I have been dealing with a very upset stomach for a while. So if I just sit here and be silent for a few seconds, it's mainly because I have been experiencing quite a bit of nausea recently. Recently as in 2 to 3 months. But I, it's nothing I can do about it right now. A friend of mine recently brought up that I joke about things too much sometimes, and I need to grow up. And another one of my friends said I don't take things seriously, or that I joke around too much on certain subjects. On personal experiences of back in the day, which I've told him about, and it's honestly hard for me to hear this sort of thing. It's been something I've been doing for a while. It seems to be the only response in my head when it comes to stressful situations or topics, and to be able to make jokes out of them is something that seems to be the only outcome in my head. I take things seriously, but with that comes a ton of jokes and ways I can spin it to be humorous. Whether or not they're meant to be spoken isn't usually the case. It's mainly to keep myself from thinking about it. It's more of a distraction ploy than it is a weapon. Unfortunately, though, even recreational weapons tend to have casualties. So when a friend gets caught in a misfire of my trauma, that wouldn't be the right word, more crappy way of dealing with things, it can hurt. I don't usually realize it. I most of the time think they're kidding. But it's something that has been brought to my attention multiple times over my life. I think I've genuinely ruined one friendship. And hurt another. Thankfully, the person the second time is still with me and has forgiven me for the things I've said in the past about him. If that's even what it is. I mean, it's been so long since that's come up, but it's been mainly on my mind. Jokes are nice sometimes, I'll admit. I get lost in joking around a lot. It's something I love to do. I love to laugh. I love to make others laugh. It makes me feel good when I'm able to make someone bust a gut. Even if the joke is stupid, you know. That connection is just great. It's one of the most enjoyable parts of my life. And I have a genuine passion for it. unfortunately, I've used that as a coping mechanism before, and it's tainted the experience somewhat. It's almost more of a cynical point of view now, so it has, there's those places, and it's a great side of humor when used sparingly. But in my case, it's about 90% of my humor. And it's hard to switch from that. I can obviously see a lot of my friends are getting annoyed by it and getting uncomfortable due to the subject matter being very serious. So with this moment of clarity, I just wanted to get my thoughts down and hope to level my head on the situation and possibly give them an insight to what I was thinking or what I am thinking in this current moment. Whether or not they've watched this or know about it when it gets uploaded, whatever, it's mainly to keep myself aligned and leveled and bring myself back down to earth and get away from all the jokes, to be able to cope with something, to be able to express myself, to be able to think about things and have a proper space and mindset to be able to handle certain topics and subjects. I was meant to pick up my brother from Brooks today, technically yesterday, and plans changed. I ended up not being able to go, so I missed out on about a 3-hour, 2.5 hour conversation, possibly more than that, because I went to Costco, albeit sorry. It is, like I said in the beginning, around 12:30, so excuse my tiredness. I'm able to get some of that from this video, which is nice. Anyway, I'm excited for his arrival and to be able to spend time with him. And please excuse my blank face or expression. It's meant to truly express how I'm feeling in the moment. It's not representative of the subjects I'm talking about. A lot of the time, even thinking about certain people or things can bring up an emotion in me. I try to be as neutral as possible when I do these vlogs to have a level sense on what I'm thinking. I try to express myself more in situations now because I find myself bottling things up more and more. And I've firsthand seen the effects of that, and I don't ever want to do that. So as an act of preventative maintenance on my psyche, we'll say, I have been trying to find how I feel about things sooner and express how I'm feeling. A lot of the time when I talk about certain subjects with people, be it work stress or friend stress or whatever, or what happened during the day, what sports team lost their respective game that night. However, I tend to find myself being a lot more neutral than I feel like I should be. I feel like I should be more animated, I guess is the more term, for more emotional than I am. Because yeah, I laugh a lot and I talk a lot and I joke around quite a bit. But it's not really much going on there. I feel like I'm either not in touch with myself, or I don't have the emotions that most other people do. Sometimes. I know that's not true because I've had moments of a lot of emotion before. Be it distress, happiness, love. I felt all of that. And I'm not sure if it's a magnitude of those events that's caused every other event to be in a proverbial pebble in the lake kind of effect compared to the stone that made the lake in the first place. But I feel more disconnected with myself than I usually do. I'm not in touch with how I feel most of the time. And it's hard to express myself most of the time. This is proof of that. The fact that I sit down and record myself speaking into a microphone at odd hours in the night because I can't think properly. And get distracted with little things. A lot about how I feel seems almost forced sometimes. When I sit there and I think, why am I not feeling this way? I'll just sit there and repeat to myself, I should be feeling this way, I should be feeling this way. And sometimes it springs up a sort of feeling in me, so I just run with that and assume that's the general feeling on the situation. To me, it seems like a lot of people don't have to play this duck hunt version of emotional theater that I do, but it is from an outsider's perspective. I don't know how most people process their feelings, and I don't think I ever will. Not that I'd want to anyway, it's hell enough here, so you throw two people in the mix, then I don't know what I'd do. I am feeling a lot better though. Definitely, it's been a major improvement since last time I've been on vlog. I know that shows really well with my resting bee face, as it were. But I genuinely, this is probably the happiest I've been in the past recent years. what stress I did have is pale in comparison to the stresses of yesteryear. There's that yawning again, which signifies that I'm actually getting tired and that I probably should head to bed by now. So I will sign off and let this be the end of a hopefully reoccurring thing. It gives me some sort of nice leveling to build a foundation on. So, till next time.